All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, which the nation of Israel in the scriptures, all you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native, and similar Indian descent, and you're going to have Israelite foreigners, all right, that are in these other nations, you know, just going to say, you're going to have so-called white people, the Edomites. You're going to have our people that's going to look like the other nations, all right? But based off who their forefather is, they are Israelites, all right? So that's the Israelite foreigners. Now, I'm going to go a little bit in the King Alfred plan, all right? And I'm going to speak on Rex 84 and this whole coronavirus vaccine bullshit. All right. And if you don't like how I speak, you need to ask the Lord for some knowledge because you'll understand why I'm speaking like this and why this has to be brought out. And this is only for the elect, all right, the chosen group of people amongst Israel of who I named or who we name in the scripture, all right, that's going to understand this truth, all right. So the King Alfred plan, all right, it says is a supposed CIA. It's not supposed, is this real deal. Anyway, meaning it's also FBI back too, going into this Rex 84. All right, that J. Edgar Hoover is going to state that in his next paragraph. I'll read that in a minute. So the King Alfred plan, the supposed CIA-led scheme, which I got some words that actually go deeper into the word scheme, supporting an international effort showing that Israel, this is also proven that where the Lord said that He was going to scatter Israel. Well, it says that the King Alfred plan is a supposed CIA-led scheme supporting an international effort to eliminate people of African descent. Well, when you go in a little bit of history, you read about Jacob and Esau. That's where this begins off at. Well, it really starts at Cain and Abel. But you fast forward on up in history and the future, all right? You read about Jacob and Esau, and it's the same thing. Nothing is new under the sun. All right, keep, bringing that out. You know, the people that had problems with the same other people back then is the same today. Jacob and Esau, that whole feud never ended, all right? So it's an international effort to eliminate people of African descent. When you click on this, all right, because when you read people of African descent, you would think about the Ethiopians, the Libyans, the who else? The Tanzanians, and when you click on it, it'll show you. It's telling you whoever did Wikipedia sitting here basically telling you who they're referring to when you click on people of African descent. And look what it says. The African diaspora consists of the worldwide collection of communities descendant from native sub-Saharan Africans or people from sub-Saharan Africa. They're going to put all those different titles and names to confuse you. So don't let them confuse you on what they're saying. Basically they're saying West Africans, which where the Israelites dwelled at before the Lord. Well, during the time when the Lord was on the scene, before 70 A.D., telling them that when you shall see the abomination of desolation that Daniel spoke of in the book of Daniel cometh, flee ye to the mountains, or flee ye, roughly paraphrasing it, but basically the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the southern kingdoms. Judah are you so-called Negroes. The Haitians are the Levites, and the Jamaicans are Benjamin. They fled and went along the west coast of Africa. All right. Predominantly in the Americas. See, Let's go right back up. Descendants from native sub-Saharan Africans or people from sub-Saharan Africa, predominantly in Americas. Who's in Americas? Who's in the Americas that they refer to having African descent? Are the Hebrew Israelites, the Negroes, so-called. All right, and also the Latinas and Native Americans. They were also captives. All right, they won't tell you that, but it's evidence to back it up and prove it. The diaspora has continued for millennia, but historically, ethnographers, historians, politicians, and writers have used the term particularly to refer to the descendants of the West and Central Africans who were enslaved and shipped to the Americas via the Atlantic slave trade. All right. So, invented, it says invented to make it seem like this Jake had just come up with this. He didn't come up with this, he studied this. All right. Back then, our people, like in the 1960s and 70s, 80s, our people were more in tune with each other. And our people was basically, they were more so somewhat smarter than the generation of today, you know. Um, let's go down. Williams in his novel, The Man Who Cried I Am, Williams described it as a government plan to deal with the threat of a black uprising. All right. We're not black. All right, nobody is black. Even coffee, the darkest of coffee is brown. All right. And I can prove that. You can pour coffee on a black carpet and you're gonna see the coffee still. All right. Anyway, and black means negative. You know what I'm saying? It's a derogatory. It's a damn. I can't get the word out. But basically, you're downing yourself basically by calling yourself black, and they're calling themselves white. You look at the word white means pure, holy. Without blame. And the Esau is a lot has a lot to pay for, and he's to blame for a lot. All right, black uprising in the United States by cording off black people into concentration camps in the event of a major racial incident. All right, so we know that Jeremiah 30:7, have we all well I always speak on Jeremiah 30:7. It should be a time like damn, I can't get it out. It should be a time, basically the time of Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30:7. All right, it's gonna be a time when the devil shall come down uh, upon us, having great wrath, because he know that he have but a short time. The deceiver, so-called white man Esau, wants to come down on his brother Jacob. Why does he want to come down on Jacob? Because now's the time that I should slay my brother. Now is the time. Oh shit, Slakia. Slay my brother. All right, so Esau, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Did I type in? Oh, I'm sorry, Slakia. So Esau, all right. Everybody heard of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, that's who the kingdom was for. All right, we're gonna read this. Genesis 27:41. Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing. All right, plain as day, wherewith his father blessed him, and Esau said in his heart, "What the hell?" Esau said in his heart, "The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob." Now you read the reason why Esau wanted to slay Jacob. All right, that's the reason why. All right. Basically Esau had gave up his birthright for some raw meat. All right. It was a birthright and a blessing. The blessing was the birthright. He gave that up. So that went to Jacob. When you read the story about Jacob and Esau, I'm not gonna get into it. I don't want to make this too long, but it's time for you all to do your research. All right, and you start learning about this truth, get into this truth, and you spread the word. Go out on the highways and byways, get with a camp, and you spread the word. All right, I'm not getting into it. So Esau hates Jacob. All right, so it said that let me keep reading down. The King Alfred plan first appeared in Williams' 1967 novel, but it's a they're gonna throw that in there to make it seem like this man made it up. He didn't. Let's go on down. Um, account of the life and death of Richard Wright. Let's see. So it says in the afterward to later editions, Williams compared the King Alfred plan to intelligence programs devised by J. Edgar Hoover in the 1960s to monitor the movement of black militias. All right. Um, let's see. Let's keep going down. Bear with me. All right. We're going to keep reading. It also bears similarities to rumors in the early 1950s surrounding the McCarran Act. All right. An anti-communist law in which political subsidiaries, I'm sorry, subversives, were to be rounded up and placed in concentration camps during a national emergency. Now, when you seen the race riots or the Black Lives Matter protest, you seen that the government had people out there starting looting, start looting and so forth. All right, they wanted to incite that violence so that they can bring forth the military and bring forth a martial law, and that's what they did. They brought forth a small form of martial law. They didn't bring the full form of martial law, where it's weapons and the people being gunned down. All right. Um, Let me keep going. And placed in concentration camps during national emergency. When his novel was first published, Williams photocopied portions of the book detailing the King Alfred plan and left copies in subway car seats around Manhattan. All right, it's gonna keep going down. Now let's read this. King Alfred plan included on his album. This is going into Gil Scott Heron. All right, listen to him a little bit. Um, and I believe that brother's a Gadite. He looks like a Judite, but I believe he's Gad. He's from what's the tribe up there in Detroit? Not the Mohawk. I forgot what tribe. Iroquois. I think it's Iroquois. All right, so it says, um, Jim Jones, head of the Apostolic Socialist People's Temple, discussed the plan at length in numerous recordings of his rant-style speeches, both in the U.S. and in Jonestown community in Guyana, treating it as completely genuine. Now, when you read this, it's going to go on to say, well, when you go into Jim Jones, it's going to say that how he was a KKK member. So think about it. The KKK worked with the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, remember? The FBI, all the higher up, law enforcement groups, the government, the KAA, the KKK, damn, the KKK had information on all that. They planned the shit, you know. So this is true. All right, that's what the King Alfred plan is about. Rex 84, it's the same thing, but it goes into basically the Latinos, so-called Latinos, Hispanics. All right, they plan on rounding you all up too, because the higher ups, the Edomites, they know who we are. All right, so it said that it was a plan. All right, it said that it was a plan to where I see that at, to eliminate. Let's go. Let's see. Sorry, Salakia. Um, Basically, it was a plan. It's a plot, and also too, in the Rex 84. Let's read what they have. All right, Rex 84, the plan for martial law, including FEMA camps in America. We read that about Rex 84. This is how they plan on dividing and breaking down, you know, these different sectors. All right, and it's already like this. Best believe it. That's FEMA sectors and so forth. All right, this ain't no fucking joke. All right, this is real. All right. I mean, look at all this. You can just read this, man. This ain't no fucking made up shit. The Masonic being Masons and so all that's real, man. You know, and the scriptures speak on it. I'm not gonna get it. So Let me get off of that. So Rex 84, when you go into this, all right, not just Wikipedia, but it's different other articles you read too. But I'm using Wikipedia because the information is right here. All right. But when you go into this, all right, scenario and drill. See, it was a drill. It's called garden plot. This is what I wanted to get. The Department of Defense Civil Disturbance Plan, also known by a cryptonym Garden Plot, was a was a general U.S. Army and National Guard plan to respond to major domestic civil disturbance within the United States. All right, so they're gonna use this when the economy fully collapse. All right, when it's time of Jacob's trouble, when the devil shall come down having great wrath. Best believe garden plot is at the forefront. The real garden plot, and we're gonna go into why it's called garden plot, and well, basically the words. All right. Um, what I wanted to get. Damn. The garden plot drafted after the Watts, Newark, and Detroit riots captures the acrimonious times when the document was drawn up against racial unrest. All right, we went through that with the Black Lives Matter protests, and protests are still going on. All right, statues and stuff being torn down. So we seen that. All right, that gives them perfect reason to send out the military. All right, and they have what's it called, provocateurs. All right, that's planning on that plans this shit out and do it. That start the looting and so forth. All right. Uh, So it's Operation Garden Plot. Let's go into the word plot. All right. Old English plot, small piece of ground. Origin, sense, ground. Plan, ground plan. All right. Thus, map chart is 1500s. That of a secret plan, scheme is 1580s, probably by incidental similarity to complot. Old French complot, combined plan of unknown origin, perhaps a back formation from compilator to roll into ball. I mean, y'all get it. Y'all get it. 1500s, the verb meaning a plot to lay plans for, usually went with evil intent. 1590s, in the literal sense, to make a map or diagram. Plot. Y'all get it. Look, verb plot, secretly using something illegal. All right, making a schematic or a technical drawing of that shows interactions, plot, variables of or something is constructed. Make a plot of. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. So that's what they want to do. All right, and they want to they want a certain amount of people. They have a 500 million people only. You know what? The Georgia Guidestones. All right. If you don't know about this, I mean, this is just simple, out there in the forefront knowledge. All right, and it's all this is in the scriptures. All right, but I'm just going on simple Wikipedia. Showing you. Like, people got information on this shit and they post it. Now, I'm not saying it's all 100% truth, but you gotta pick the meat from the bones. All right, like how the apostles be speaking on. It's just simple knowledge, and that's what I'm going to entitle this. Is just simple knowledge. All right, let's read down. Now it says the actually, let's go down. It says the anonymity of the Guidestones authors and their apparent advocacy, all right, of population control, eugenics, and internationalism have made them a target for controversy and conspiracy theories, which we're going to go into that word conspiracy. Now, when you see where I type population control and internationalism, guess what pops up? The UN. The UN is spoken of. Well, it's not, the Bible's just not going to say it. But basically, this is going into the beast that was riding on well the this is the beast that the woman uh Salakia. I don't want to just you know kill it. In Revelation 17 chapter, all right, and there came one out of Slack it, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sit upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth had committed fornication. Slack it, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. That represents America's laws, her money system, with the fraud, the fraudulent money, paper money, and so forth. All right, military contracts. We're gonna rob this nation. All right, and take the resources. The land, the resources, so forth. That's what goes into uh the wine of her fornication. All these nations are gonna be pissed off, and also I'm read down. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman, full of this is it. And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. The 7 heads and 10 horns represent a government, all right, or a people. The beast system, all right, is damn, I just lost my train of thought. The UN is basically a remake of not the holy, damn, the Roman Empire. All right, the pagan Roman Empire along with America. All right, the EU. All right, represents these 10 heads. All right, I'm just roughly breaking it down. That's what it represents. All right, and the woman was arrayed in purple, and that woman is America. All right, America is the focal point, is the head leader, okay, of the beast. All right, that's why the woman's on top of the beast, guiding the beast, all right, telling the beast what to do. That's what America do. America is the hammer of the whole earth. That's another scripture. All right. And look at all these wars and shit that's started and not started. Yeah, started even now and back then. All right, America played a key role. All right. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. The slavery. Every nation, all right, bought slaves from the so-called Africans, which are the Hamites, sold us to Esau, and Esau helped sell us. All right, also amongst the other nations, with the Ishmaelites, which are the Arabians, everybody played a role. But Esau, uh, he kept the shit going, and these other nations played a role in that too. Because look at what they give us to put into our bodies, the alcohol, the tobacco, and so forth. Give us weed to smoke instead of telling us to eat it, and so forth, and to do other things with it. And there's also other herbs that's good for you to take, and you don't even have to even smoke it. All right, and it'll do benefit. It'll benefit you better. All right. So it says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon. John called it Mystery Babylon because he didn't know the particular name. Think about it, this is what 2,000 plus years ago. So John didn't know the name of current city. None of the prophets knew the name of current cities that would be here today, and proper name of countries and so forth. All right. So the only thing he could refer to was Babylon. Like, hey, this Babylon the Great. This is even greater than Babylon. Or you have daughter Babylon. All right, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. All these other nations are starting to start this homosexuality, bestiality, or what they've been doing that. But America pushes that shit, to the breaking point, and all these other nations, they want to be like America. All right, but all these different ways, they're wicked. They're fucking wicked. All right, that's why it's called abominations of the earth. They are evil and wicked. All right, and every time a nation, like Sodom and Gomorrah, when they did that shit, that homosexual, shit. All right, the Lord destroyed that place, and that's what's about to happen to America. That's why America's in turmoil. All right, so all right, I'm gonna stop right there. Now let's go into conspiracy. I'm about done. It's gonna be pretty long. If you don't like the video, don't watch the rest. That's all I can say. Uh, Conspiracy: a plotting of evil, unlawful design, a combination of persons for an evil purpose. The Rothschilds, Gettys, DuPonts, the billionaires, Bill Gates, all of them are a group of people that's wanting to do evil. They're the fucking Edomites. All right, that's who they are. Just straight up, they're Esau, Edom, the wicked. All right, Malachi, what, 1 and 4? All right, and they want to microchip people. That's why they really want to do it. They want to put microchips in people. All right, which is the mark of the beast. All right, Revelations 13. Oh shit, hold on. Okay, Salaki. And he calls it all, both small and great. All right, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, and the apostles been speaking about this for a very long time. It is the microchip. All right, and that word for mark is karagma. We're gonna keep going over this. You don't like it? Fuck you. All right, you don't like my videos? Don't watch them. I'm ranting a little bit, but seriously though, mark, the same as a scratch or itching, stamp as a badge of servitude. Come on, servitude, slavery, basically, or sculptured figure, statue, graven mark. All right, let's read some more. A stamp and printed mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand. Let's read as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. Or as many Antichrists, many anti-Mashiach. They're not gonna call on Yahweh Hamashiach. All right, they're not gonna call him that by his real name. They're not gonna say that he's a so-called black man. All right, that he's a Negro. They're not gonna say that you're an anti-Mashiach. Straight up. If you don't believe that you're a Hebrew Israelite, you are anti-Mashiach. If you say that the Native Americans, the Latinos, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, so forth, are not Israelites, you are anti-Mashiach. Straight up. They ain't carved, sculptured, graven work, all right, of adulterous images, all right, and it is an adulterous image because the Hebrew Israelites supposed to be married to the Lord, all right. When you take this microchip, all right, you're gonna be lifted to idol worshiping, all right. You bow down to a man, an actual man, all right. You took his mark. You're his slave, basically. You're supposed to be a slave to the Lord, all right. Like every man, a man was what's that in Ecclesiastes? A man's purpose is to basically serve and fear the Lord, all right. And it ain't like serving the Lord, he's not gonna take care of you. When you read about men that served the Lord, they were rich. Think about that. All right, so all of this is, I don't want to make this too long, but y'all see where this is going. All right, it's a plan to kill Jacob. All right, and it's like, yeah, I got sidetracked. So yeah, I'm just gonna end it off with that. All right, so it's just simple knowledge. That's all I'm gonna entitle this: simple knowledge. Ka halayim la Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Kakudash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and true blessings to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of men, women, and children. Um, to you Israelites starting in other nations, Shalom. and abad babal, which means destroy Babylon. All right, and catch you with another one. Shalom.